first off, let's give a giant round of applause to everyone who helped out with Reno Startup Week. And
Woo!
So those of you who we have not had the pleasure to meet, my name is Austin, and this is Brennan. We are the creators of Simple, the smart dumb phone. It's bringing exclusive communication and utility with none of the distraction. So yeah, so we introduce ourselves, so we do see a lot of new faces. So at the count of 3, let's all have you guys say your names at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. No, everyone said their name at the same time.
All right, let's try it again. A little bit louder. Just be louder to the person to your left and to your right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I heard Megan, I think she's the only one here. So the purpose of that was basically that there was way too much noise coming in our direction, such that we did not hear almost anybody's name in person. But let's try something else. What's your name? John. Good to meet you, John. So now that we refined really the scope of what we're trying to do here, and we're focusing on one person, John, we were able to have a really quality interaction here because we focused our scope. This concept of really focusing to increase quality is what we're trying to do with the smartphone experience. Right now there's a lot of noise on the smartphone, and we're really going to be focusing on the communication and the utility elements of the smartphone, isolating those in the phone and making that the only thing you can do so you can have quality engagements as far as communication and utility goes in your phone.
Where does this all come from? Thanks, Sean, for the wonderful question. Starting back in 2018 up until recently, we both lived, traveled, and worked abroad in a few different countries. And what we found was, no matter where we were, we always used some set of apps to help get us through the day. Whether it's rideshare, just simple maps, or a variety of banking apps. So with this comes the fact that these are all right next to different apps that are sitting there trying to grab your attention, taking you away from being in the present, but being around all the people that you want to be with. So it really kind of got us thinking and trying to look for a variety of solutions. Like, what can we do to help us out with this? What is out there to help kind of separate these two? Unfortunately, we're quite disappointed that people haven't had any luck yet.
Yeah, so as we started to try to look for, like, what does the market have to offer in terms of letting us use all the helpful parts of the phone, which also excludes all the distracting parts of the phone, there's really nothing. If things were either way too dumb, meaning they didn't give us the functionality we needed to survive in whatever country we were in at the time, here included, or they were way too smart, meaning like we could still do what we needed to do, but the little distraction parts of the phone somehow still worked their way into our lives, so it didn't really help. So we're like, dang, okay, there's really nothing that we can do here. And what we found out is there's a lot of other people that have this problem. Of all the solutions that we found, there's about 500 million active users between all these people that are trying to moderate their attention in some way. And that doesn't even begin to approximate the amount of people that have this issue. We find that 7 in 10 people overall really are trying and have taken steps to try to change their relationship with their screens, but for some reason, this or that, nothing really fits the bill. And that was really the start for Simple, what we're trying to do. And what Simple is like Austin said before, is a smart dumb phone operating system that focuses exclusively on daily utility and communication. So when we're looking to say what kind of feature, whether homegrown from us or third party, are we going to support on our platform? If it's communication, which is email, talk, messaging, calling, if it's that, we accept it. If it's utility, meaning like maps, money, music, Uber, this kind of thing, it's in scope, it's allowed. But if it's anything distracting, browser, games, multimedia, social media, it's not included and will never be included in the phone. So it's purpose-built for communication and utility.
Based on the idea of kind of non-distracting, is why we built our home screen. And you see there, that's my home screen. No notifications, so there's nothing to pull your attention away. For you guys in the back, this is what it looks like. So, with that being said, that's kind of what we had in mind, is what can we do to bring all the utility with us and just have it where it's practical for everyday life.
Yeah, so really the philosophy and the design of utility, communication, minimally or not distracting at all. That's really what is behind Simple. And you might be wondering, who's this built for? So originally we just built it for our own issues, and then along the way we found there were some other people who also happened to be in the market at the same time. So that's who we're building for, their specific needs. But as you can imagine, you probably thought as you're listening, oh, this might be good for this type of person, or this type of person. You're definitely right, and we're going to take some questions and talk about it. You can bring that up and we can talk about those other groups. But what we want to focus on right now is, if you want to get involved, how can you get involved right now? So we have a few ways you can do it. First, you can download very soon the free Android app on the Google Play Store, which is basically going to simulate the experience of the phone, the full version, on your phone right now. So you get that notifications-based home screen. You get a hidden folder where you can hide apps that you don't want to see. But the difference being, you can still download download any type of app. You can use the browser, all that, so it's not locked down. If you're interested in getting early access to the flagship full phone, we also have a closed beta, which we're starting about the same time. So if that's something you're interested in, getting early access to all the features as we're building it, just come talk to us or shoot us a message if there's somebody else you think might be interested, and then we'll get you going on that. And then third one is you can just go to our website and sign up for the wait list. We're still building and we're still in our beta, and if you're not interested in none of the early stage product type stuff, you can just throw your email on the wait list, click the button, and we're just going to tell you when Simple's ready to go, ready for you to pick up. And don't worry, especially after this week, we don't have the energy